Hi, this is Kim Peck at My Stamping Garage. This is, if you purchase the August 2021 card kit to go from me, this is the third card in the kit. And so I'm going to show you the things that I made to make this, used to make this. On page 38 in your holiday catalog, which is the July through December mini catalog, and I used this Peaceful Cabin bundle on page 38. It comes with the stamp set and the dies. You can also purchase them separately. If you purchase them together, it's 10% off. So when they bundle them, it's a little cheaper. For this card, I actually only used the cabin dies because I can't send pre-stamped images. So I'll show you how we made this. And I will show you, these are the dies that come in that kit. The cabin is interesting because it comes as two different pieces. So you'll notice on this card that there's a blue background behind this white. I did that by just cutting blue with this one, not with the details. So it's just kind of a full piece behind, and you'll see that when you go to put it together. So let's go ahead and get started. So that one, those are the cabin dies, and then this is the Peaceful Cabin stamp set. And there is even a die that cuts out this little guy and a hill around him. There's one that cuts this fence. There's some that put texture on this tree, these trees. So this is kind of a fun bundle. And then the little gems that we used here to accent those snowflakes are in this. They're the blue adhesive back gems, and I used the darker ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take out my card base, which is Night of Navy this time. Fold it in half, give it a nice crease. And then I'm going to grab one of the card bases for, whoops, keep grabbing the designer paper. The piece for the inside. I usually do give you a white piece for the inside of the cards just because often they're dark and you would need a special pen to write, and I don't want that to be a hassle. So, and then I took a piece of, I should tell you what this paper is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a gorgeous package of paper. Let me just look real fast. If you don't know, there is an index in the back of these catalogs. So these are all the bundles. And then there's a picture of the different items too to kind of help you find what you're looking for. And then there's also one that shows the paper embellishments and everything that's in this mini catalog. So that's helpful. You don't have to flip through the whole catalog. And what I'm looking for is this paper here. And it does not show well in the catalog. It's called Peaceful Place. And it is a specialty paper. So every sheet has a little bit of metallic to it. And this star one that I'm using, or actually snowflake, has some little silver snowflakes mixed in. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a gorgeous set of paper. It has trees on some. One of them is a wood grain that's got silver in it. It's just really a beautiful bundle. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. I wanted a little bit bigger border here, so this isn't your normal size. This one is 3 3/4 by 5. So I gave a little extra 1/4 inch on this piece so that there'd be a bigger border. And then we're going to grab the white piece for the inside. Oh, we already did that. We're going to grab one of the white cabin pieces and one of the navy ones. And you'll see here what I'm talking about. This navy one is a solid piece, and then the white one has some details. And it does, I put adhesive on the back of just this cabin part, because otherwise it is very hard to attach all these little tiny places. So what we're going to do is just take that adhesive backing off and put this right over the navy so that they line up. So let's go ahead and do that. And for this one, again, I'm going to start on the back so I can get a hold of that adhesive, maybe. There we go. And then I'm going to just slowly pull up. This one I noticed, because we're using cardstock instead of designer paper, it may leave a few more pieces embedded. Hopefully not a ton, but it will leave a few behind, and you'll need to pick those out. And they'll stick to you like so. So you'll need to kind of take those couple pieces out of there and get rid of them so they're not sticking to everything. I didn't have a lot stuck behind, so, but I do want to get all of the detail pieces out. So you'll notice there's one here. So I want to get rid of that so that that navy will show through. And then these little strips up here. Otherwise, it's not going to show all your detail. Okay, so before I adhere that, though, I am going to take this little baggie out that has all of my trees and my stars. And I'm going to take that little tiny rectangle of So Saffron right here. It's just a little piece. But I'm going to attach that right over those window holes, just so it looks like the lights are on inside. And since there's already adhesive there, it'll just stick right on there. Next, I'm going to adhere this directly onto, line up the top of the cabin. Don't worry about the base yet because it's not going to totally cover. The blue won't be as big as the white piece. So just line up your chimney first and then go to the roof lines and all the way down. And it should just stick down because it has that adhesive on the back. Okay, then I'm going to put adhesive on the rest. And I'm going to attach that and line it up with the bottom of that designer paper. Like that, so that we have a little snow hill now. And then I'm going to use these trees. And there are 3 different sizes, so be aware of that as you're putting them on. You've got your medium one, and then you've got your little baby one. And for these, I did not put adhesive on these because they have a little wider background and you can get a little bit of adhesive in there. When you're doing your own, you could cut it out with adhesive backing if it makes it easier for you. This little one I am putting back behind the cabin, and I'm just kind of sticking it back there so that it looks like it's far in the distance. And then for this one, I'm going to use the biggest one closest toward me. And I'm going to put that here. I'm not going to adhere this little top down yet. So I put adhesive everywhere but on that tippy top piece because I want to be able to put my tag under there a little bit. And the medium sized one. Put him kind of up from the other one a little, like so. And then let's see, for this one, maybe I'll use something different. Maybe I will use a Merry Christmas on this one. And I'm going to use, I did not pop this one up. I did this flat. And the reason for that is I want that tree to go over my tag a little bit. So I'm just going to put the edge right under there. And plus I'm putting these little rhinestones on, and I don't want it to be too thick to put into my envelope. So that's why I didn't pop it up. So there's our saying. And then the last thing we need to do is add our little stars and the gems, or the snowflakes. Sorry, these are, I guess, snowflakes. And the gems. So let me pop the rest of this stuff out. And the best way I found to put these little snowflakes on, there's 3 different sizes. You should have one of each size for each card. So, and the best way, I thought about putting adhesive on the back, but it would be such a nightmare trying to get a hold of it that you should really just use a all-purpose liquid glue for this. So I'm just going to put a little bitty dot where I want to put each one of mine. You don't need very much. And then I'm going to take my pick tool and just adhere that down. You may have to touch it with your finger a little bit to get it to stick down. And then you could stop there if you want, but I did include some of these blue gems if you do want to use those. And I just popped one in the middle of each of the little stars. And these are self-adhesive, so you don't have to try to put adhesive under them or anything. They'll just stick. Whoops. Pulled that one off. There we go. And I might need to adjust that just a little bit. There we go. So there is our finished card. Even though this one looks a little more complicated, it's really pretty easy with the dies. So, okay, that is it for that card, and you'll have enough to make 3 in your kit. So just be very careful with these little tiny snowflakes because they're easy to lose. Okay, so if you want more information, you can email me at kpeckstamp@gmail.com or go to My Stamping Garage. Thanks so much for watching.